Yo, what's good, guys? We back again, man. Let's get into it, bro. This is like, I don't know how many. I got probably 3 more episodes left. I went over the strategy. I'm gonna recap a trade I took today, and then we're gonna talk about risk management. Okay, let's go. So today was kind of iffy. So I was like, what should I take, bro? I didn't know whether to take buys or sells, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Let's replay. Yep, this was the candle. So I saw this. Where was it? I think on US 30. US 30 looked clearly bullish, right? Because look, price came up, it had a pullback, and then it closed higher. This candle closed higher. This was at 8:30 open. I was watching the market. Same thing, kind of. ES looked bullish, but I remember, oh yeah, before this candle closed, it was rejecting. I was thinking maybe we could take sells, but that 4 hour closed above this level, indicating that we were bullish. Also, if we go on the NASDAQ looked very bearish, right? Because look, you see, boom, boom, right? But this candle, let me go back. It looked bearish until right here. It had this pullback, went higher, and then guess what? See this low? Well, honestly, I don't even think that shit mattered. But all you gotta know is NASDAQ, oh yeah, this low. You see how price closed above this low? And then it pulled back, pushed up, closed back above? That indicated we were gonna go higher. So I said, okay, I'm not biased when I trade. I want you to understand that. I used to be. I'm not biased. I will take whatever the market shows me. The market showed me we want to go up. So I said, okay, I'm going to wait until the market goes up. All right. Now, step one, we knew we were in an uptrend. Step two, we had our levels marked out. I took ES. This was that previous low. We went over this in the last video. Previous low before price shifted structure. And then look, we had this bounce too. And then on top of that structure closed above, that was 2-3 confirmations right there. Now let's go to the 5 minute. I'm watching the market, and I'm seeing this once it closed, and boom, it closed, and then it decided to tank. So I said, oh, okay, I'm gonna look for a pullback under this level in order to take sells. And honestly, I was looking for a pullback right here would have been valid too to take sells. I was just looking for some sign that price wanted to sell off. But this right here, in the back of my head, I was like, okay, this looks like a fake out because you see how price pushed all the way down and then immediately rejected. All I needed to see is that price broke these highs. Once it broke these highs, it was a confirmed fake out. And remember, fake outs are one of our entries. I'm going to take an entry because I say a fake out. And let's see what happened. Okay, price pushed above. And I was like, oh, I missed that move. I missed this move, this pullback. But again, it's all right because the market is always going to pull back and give you a candle pullback. Not all the time, but a lot of times it's better to wait because you'll get a better entry. Look what happens, okay? Market pushes up, almost touches this level, and then guess what happens? We start to see a pullback. And then price taps into this level. So we're not executing yet just because it tapped into the level. I need to see a little bit more. So let's see. Okay. There's a sign of rejection. Number one. Number two, it closed above. That is all I need. On the next candle, all I wanted to see was a big push, and I'm in. And just like that, we got that push, and it printed. Absolutely printed. We walked away before 11 in the morning, and that was it. That's it. That's my strategy. Right there, we had a fake out. We knew structure was bullish. Price pushed up, soared above. Then we waited for a candle pullback and a sign to show us it wanted to go higher. This close right here on this level indicates price don't want to go lower. Okay? All right. So that's it for that, bro. So let's go back to what the key principles are to being a profitable trader. A proven working strategy that you can consistently follow, and we went over that. My strategy is proven to be consistent, not only in this videos, but in my trading. Second, you need discipline and you need risk management. So let's go over. We're going to go over risk management in this video. Then we're going to go over discipline, okay? In the next video. What is risk management? Risk management in trading is the strategic process of identifying, assessing, and controlling potential losses to protect capital and ensure long-term survival and profitability. By using techniques like setting stop losses, sizing positions appropriately, and defining clear entry and exit points, it's about balancing potential gains with risk and preventing. So let's add a note. You, in order to be good at risk management, you need to be consistent. What do I mean by that? Your losses need to be consistent. Oh man. And wins need to be consistent. Okay? So that means don't, oh, my camera fell. That means don't let your winners, don't let your losers be bigger than your winners. It sounds like common sense, but trust me, I struggled with this. I am not going to cap. It means, risk management means setting a stop loss. And what does that mean? A stop loss, let's go over what a stop loss is. Stop loss is the max amount that you are risking. And, for example, just listen. Every trade, dude, I keep fucking dropping my camera. Every trade that I take, I risk right now, on average, 500 to make 1,000. Okay? That's my initial risk. Now, sometimes I let runners go and we make more than 1,000. But at the end of the day, the max amount I'm losing is 500 in one trade. And that's also 500 in one day. Dude, why does this shit keep falling, bro? That's also 500 in one day that I'm risking, because risk management is all about making sure your losses and your wins are consistent. And then we'll go over another strategy to follow to make sure that you have a profitable week and you don't want to turn your winning trades into losers. What does that mean? That means if you're in profit, okay, for example, let's say, okay, I'll write this down too. Let's say I'm in a trade risking 500 to make 1,000. When my trade hits a 1-to-1, meaning a 1-to-1 is when I'm risking 500 to make 500. 1-to-2 is 500 to make 1,000. It means I'm making as much as I'm losing. That's what a 1-to-1 is, okay? When my trade hits a 1-to-1, so when I'm up 500, I'll put this in parentheses. When I'm up 500, I set my stop loss to break even, okay? And you remember how a couple of videos back I told y'all that I got stopped out for break even on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I got stopped out for break even and I avoided a loss. It could have been a win, but it's all right. You just got to let the system play out. Trading is a systematic game. And if you want to follow it, you have to be in a system or everything's going to crumble. It's like a kingdom. Yeah, that's how you could describe it. It's like a kingdom. Okay? So I'll demonstrate this on the chart. Risk management is, and then you got to also remember, dude, I type so loud that my shit just falls. damn, like this camera is weak. Like I'm gonna have to get another one. All right. I lost my train of thought. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all examples of this on the chart. But one thing you want to know is trading is not about making money. It's about protecting your capital. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by protecting your capital when you trade? You don't want to just keep chasing trades hoping for profit. You take opportunity where opportunity is given, and that's the only time you should execute. Trading is not about making money. I'm more worried about making sure that my account is good and I'm not taking big enough losses, because that's just how it goes, bro. Like I've been doing this for so long, and I've tried the route where this shit about to piss me off. I tried the route where I didn't do none of that, and guess what? It all crumbled. I have multiple occasions. I have screenshots to prove to y'all. I've done it. I've tried doing it without risk management. I've tried doing it without discipline. It don't work. I was that guy to be like, man, fuck that shit, bro. I could do this shit and make money. And then when I started making money, it just did nothing but slowed my progress, because I wasn't following this. I didn't have a set system. I was consistent with the wins, but when a loss would come around, it would get in my head and I'd lose too much. And I'd maybe blow my account in a day. I've done that. I'm not ashamed to admit it, bro. I've done that a lot. Like a lot, bro. Too many times. But that's basically what you need to know. You need to make sure you know this. You can't hop in the market expecting to make $1,000 every day. I did not trade yesterday. Why? Because the market looks shitty. Okay? There's no opportunity there. Remember, trading is a probability game. It's all about when it's most probable to win, you take action. Okay? Bang. All right, let's look at an example. I'm in this trade right here. Remember, it's 1 to 2. So I'm risking on here $500 per account to make $1,000. Okay? But when I make this 500 right here, when I'm up 500, so like let's say let's say this candle right here. Let's say this candle I'm up 500. This, we'll do minus 500 just so you can see. This minus 500 now turns into 0. And now I'm risk free on this trade. So regardless, I walk away, I don't lose nothing. That is exactly how I did not take a loss this week. And if you want, you can trail your stop loss in profit as you go. So like, let's say I'm up 200 right here. Then that means when price touches this level again, I still walk away with 200. That is what you need to know, okay? So risk management is about doing things like this, being consistent with things like this. This is why I set my stop to break even, because of things like this. Because the market wants to sometimes be rude, sometimes it wants to be weird, and it'll stop you out. And then guess what? You try to chase that trade, you're going to get cooked more than you're not going to get cooked. You want to test the theory? Go ahead, test it. But I'm done testing theories. I am finished. But here's that example of when I got stopped to break even. I was up about 500, almost 600 right here per account. And I got stopped to break even. It went my way. But we'll go over that in the next video. Why did I not chase? Why was I not mad whenever that happened? Yes, I was upset. I wasn't upset, but yes, I was like, come on, bro. Why you did this to me? But like, it don't affect me. And it shouldn't affect you if you see something like this happen to you. Okay? We'll get over that in the next video. That's it, man.